He didn't eat for 382 days? A man walked into a hospital and stopped eating. Not for a diet. Not for a protest. For 382 consecutive days, over a year, he consumed nothing but water, black coffee, and tea. Doctors watched him the entire time. He didn't die. He didn't even come close. This actually happened, and it's verified medical fact. So how did his body survive when every textbook says humans should starve to death in weeks? In 1965, a Scottish man named Angus Barbieri walked into the Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh with an extraordinary plan. He was going to stop eating, completely, for as long as his body would allow. At the time, he weighed 456 pounds. His doctors were skeptical but intrigued enough to monitor him continuously. What followed was one of the most documented fasting experiments in medical history. For 382 days straight, Angus consumed only water, black coffee, and tea with no sugar, no food, no calories. Nothing that could sustain life by any conventional understanding. And he survived. Not just survived, he remained conscious, mobile, and sane through the entire ordeal. Here's what makes this impossible. The human body is a machine that burns fuel. Without fuel, it should fail catastrophically. Medical science established that humans can survive only 3 to 5 weeks without food. After that, the body begins consuming its own muscle tissue for energy. Organs shrink. The heart weakens. The immune system collapses. Malnutrition leads to organ failure and death. This isn't theory, it's documented across thousands of starvation cases throughout history. Angus Barbieri weighed 456 pounds when he started, yes, but even with massive fat reserves, conventional medical knowledge said his body would hit a wall. Around week 8 or 9, his organs should have begun to fail. Around week 20, he should have been dead. But his body didn't read the textbook. This wasn't a secret experiment or a stunt. The Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh had Angus under constant observation. Doctors weighed him regularly. They monitored his blood chemistry, his vital signs, his organ function. They photographed him. They kept meticulous records of everything. Every cup of coffee, every glass of water, his energy levels, his mental state. This wasn't just documentation. It was scientific rigor applied to something that shouldn't be happening. As the weeks turned to months, the medical staff watched in genuine amazement. His blood work remained surprisingly stable. His heart kept beating. His brain kept functioning. By month 6, international medical journals were reporting on the case. By month 9, Angus Barbieri wasn't just a patient. He was a walking contradiction to everything medical science understood about human survival. Angus Barbieri's extreme obesity was the key. At 456 pounds, he had massive fat reserves, essentially stored calories his body could metabolize. But here's where it gets remarkable. His body didn't just burn fat randomly. During extended fasting, the human body enters a state called ketosis. It switches from burning glucose to burning fat. His body broke down adipose tissue into ketone bodies, which his brain and organs could use as fuel. 1 kilogram of body fat provides roughly 7,000 calories. With his enormous reserves, his body had a literal year's worth of energy stored. What shocked doctors most was that ketosis, when properly managed and monitored, didn't destroy his organs. His electrolytes stabilized. His metabolism adapted. His body became extraordinarily efficient at rationing its remaining reserves until they were finally exhausted. On day 382, Angus Barbieri ate his first meal. 1 egg. His body had lost 276 pounds. He weighed 180 pounds by the end. He was skeletal, but he was alive. He remained healthy for decades afterward, which amazed doctors even more. However, the experiment revealed something crucial. Refeeding after extended fasting is dangerous. When malnourished bodies receive calories again, organs can fail. Angus was lucky. His doctors introduced food gradually and carefully. But this case taught medical science that survival isn't just about the fast itself, it's about what comes after. Angus Barbieri lived until 1990. His 382-day fast remains one of the longest documented fasts in medical history. He proved that the human body, under extreme circumstances and careful observation, has reserves we don't fully understand. Angus Barbieri didn't just survive starvation, he forced medical science to reconsider what survival means. If you thought the story broke every rule you knew about the human body, wait until you hear what else is out there. Subscribe for more stories that shouldn't be possible but absolutely are. If you want more videos like this, subscribe and follow Barely Believable. See you in the next one.